Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast, episode 473. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Brian. What's up, Brian?
Hello, everybody. What's up?
What's up, Mike?
Hey,
All right, so where did you go, Brian?
Well, Joe, I went to Doctor Who convention yesterday.
And you got a new shirt. Let's see the shirt.
Oh no, I've had the shirt for a while now, but I wore it to the convention yesterday.
Cool.
It says I'd rather be watching Doctor Who.
Nice. Now, who did you meet yesterday?
I met Colin Baker and Paul McGann.
Was that Long Island Who?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
And I got this sonic screwdriver, which is the 8th Doctor's sonic screwdriver.
Nice. Did you get to talk to them for a little bit?
Hmm?
Did you get to talk to them?
Not talk, but I just asked
Hi,
them.
how are you? Yeah.
But like, I asked them to sign the DVDs. Paul McGann signed the TV movie,
Cool.
and Colin Baker signed the 2 Doctors.
Nice.
and that DVD is a collector's item now. It's been discontinued.
Wow. You did good, Brian. Awesome. Did you take pictures?
No. Well, I do have me. I do have me next to the TARDIS because they had a replica of the TARDIS there, and my dad is standing next to me, and we had taken together.
Good. Cool. All right. How was your vacation, Mike?
Oh, it was awesome.
I saw a few pictures, but it looks absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, we went to Cozumel, Honduras, and Belize, and oh wow, yeah, it was great. Got to watch Guardians of the Galaxy on the big 30-foot TV screen
Well,
up on the main deck,
I'm
out
looking
under
at
the
the
stars.
pictures now,
It was
actually.
cool. It's great.
Well, look at those huts. I'm looking at those huts right now. Wow.
they had a live screening of the finale of Doctor Who at the convention.
Oh, good.
Like they would show it on a big screen at the convention on BBC America. They would have the channel on and show it on a big screen. But I didn't go watch it at there. I wanted to wait to see
What do
it.
you think? Where do you think we're going in the Christmas special? What do you think's gonna happen?
Before we move on,
No,
I'd like to ask Brian something about meeting Colin Baker and Paul McGann. Actually,
Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, Brian, did you get nervous when you met him? Was it tell us about what it was like meeting him?
I got nervous a little bit, but not too much. Just like a teeny bit.
Yeah, was that really cool? Like, did you have that moment where you're like, "Wow, I'm in front of Doctor Number 6 and Number 8 there"?
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. Those are two of the doctors I haven't met yet. I'd love to meet both of those guys.
Last year I met number 7, Sylvester McCoy. Now I met 8 and 6 this year.
Oh, Brian's getting to be the veteran there of meeting the doctors. You're catching up there with me now, man. That's
Good job,
cool.
man.
Yeah.
Who knows? Probably more doctors will be there next year. Like maybe Tom Baker or Peter Davidson will be there.
That'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Peter Davidson's going to be at a convention here next year. I met him. I'd like to see him again and get him to sign some things. But yeah, he's Davison's a cool guy.
Because so far, they haven't put any new Who doctors in, like
Mhm.
Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, or well, Capaldi. Now they haven't added them on any list for the years that have gone. So far,
Right.
there's classic Who doctors that are still alive. So far.
Well, we're still trying to get Joe to meet Matt Smith. So
I did
it's,
meet Matt Smith. I was like a foot away from him.
yeah,
Just
you
shake.
got denied, right? Shake his hand, and you
Yeah, I
got
got.
denied.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but you didn't meet him. Meet him.
No, I didn't. Yeah, it's like River Song. Yeah, I didn't meet him. No.
Not like me.
Yeah, not like you.
Because and also I met Captain Jack at New York Comic Con one year. So,
Very nice. Good.
which is awesome.
A lot of
So,
memories you have.
so
So
you asked which direction the series is going to Brian? What do you
yeah,
think, Brian?
I don't know. I just hope Doctor Who will be better. Like, uh, I just hope Doctor Who is just be good and well, best. I hope it has best, good, like good episodes. Is basically what I'm saying.
well, I can tell you, I'm not looking forward to the Christmas special, like at all, and
Oh,
not really. I'll probably see it, but I'm a little still pissed. I gotta
Well,
watch it a couple more times.
at least
Definitely.
at least Jenna Coleman will be in it.
For the first time, I really don't care if she is.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you're gonna like it. I bet you will.
There was like a few articles that saying Jenna Coleman is confirmed to be in it.
Just make no mistake, I like Jenna Louise Coleman a lot. I just don't like what Ray Moffat wrote her. Not
Hmm.
happy that way. There's a difference. I love Peter Capaldi also. I don't like the way he's being written.
Yeah, I
There's a
think we're really. I think we're gonna see Capaldi really come into his own with this new season.
Yeah. I don't want to hear no. I was joking around. I says I don't want to see no stupid stories like, "Oh my God, the water's alive." Don't you hear them? It's like we had a forest episode. It's like what? Can we just have like a strong episodes interconnected?
I
Like, do we need to have stupid? I mean, not that it's stupid, but it's just, uh, you know.
I love Capaldi's Doctor. I think he's like
I didn't say that. I like his Doctor too, but I want him to be written better.
I think he's like I think he's like one of the best so far.
I think Mark Gatiss really nailed it with Roboto Sherwood, Peter Capaldi's Doctor. I really love his portrayal of him, and I want to see Neil Gaiman's portrayal.
So, would you like to see Gatiss take over for Moffat eventually? Or what are your thoughts on who would fill in that?
I well,
All I see, the thing is, I never seen Gatiss really. I mean, I didn't like Cold War at all. I liked Robot of Sherwood, but I want to see him do more Gatiss. I want to see something on the caliber of an Adventure in Space and Time, but like a Doctor Who episode two-parter. I want to see Gatiss do a two-parter.
Yeah,
And I
Gatiss.
really want to see. I want to see. I think he's holding back all the time. I want to see him just a two-part Gatiss, action-packed, whatever he wants. Just let him use whoever he wants.
well, if anyone was asked to be the new head writer, I could see them asking Mark Gatiss, definitely.
See, I just want to see more episodes. Him do more episodes. And I don't want to see him always do historical characters. I want to see him get his hands dirty with the monsters of Doctor Who. I want to see him do a Dalek episode. I want to see him do something different, something unique, something that gives respect to the classic series. Sea Devil, something. I want to see him do something else.
And he's capable of doing that. Gatiss is good with tapping into that nostalgic sort of Doctor Who fanboy that he was and we all were with the classic series. And when he's on, he's really on with that.
I don't understand why they can't have the Doctor with classic companions. Instead of taking pictures with them, why can't Katie Manning be in an episode with Capaldi? Why can't the other companions be in an episode with Capaldi? Why can't they just have an episode with past companions? Like, why is there any rules? Why can't he interact with his past companions? He goes these ridiculous places in the universe. Why not hang out with his classic companions? What rule is that he can't do that?
I still think it would be good to see Capaldi with, like, Tegan, for example, the way she left the series with the Fifth Doctor, and kind of tying up that would be neat. I mean, we wouldn't have to see it, but it would be neat to, if Gatiss did a story that was very poignant with Tegan's character regarding how that, kind of wrapping up that full circle thing with her.
Well,
and
Tegan kind of did come back with the Sixth Doctor.
Not really. That was a comic relief thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a mini-show or something.
Oh no, it was with the Centaur. And you saw that, Mike?
Yeah, I did. That's the Jim will fix it segment. Pardon me a moment. I'm going to turn the TV down. Can you hear that in the background?
Yeah.
Or okay, yeah, let me get that. I'll be right back.
Alright, so... Okay, so... we muted that. Yeah, he should be with classic companions. Absolutely. They could do a whole story around that. And I don't want these Christmas episodes to be forced either. They have to talk about Christmassy stuff. I mean...
Well, they've always done a Christmas special.
Yeah, but with the End of Time, they didn't focus Christmas. It was, the Master and the Doctor and Gallifrey for a Christmas special. It wasn't like Christmas. Now you gotta have, trees and Santas, and it's like, why do you gotta have that? Why can't you just have...
It had a Christmassy feel at the beginning, part one especially, or specifically, I should say. But that whole thing, I guess I gotta process and digest that whole thing with Nick Frost.
It was terrible.
Oh,
come on. Nothing against Nick Frost. Come on, man. You seem like Night of the Living Dead, but with zombies, Cybermen, and then you see everybody's lives are miserable, and then Santa just comes. Like, come on, man. Would you show that on American talk shows, like as clips? Not really.
Well, what do we know about the Christmas episode? I mean, we've got the alien. We've got the alien sort of egg, kind of opening up, and it kind of struck me as being a little bit like The Thing with the snowy sort of Arctic setting, kind of like an isolated sort of thing, maybe like a Waters of Mars sort of scenario where they're isolated in an area. So
I'm just not really looking forward to it. I'll watch it, but I'm not really, oh my god, I can't wait for the Christmas special. Not after the finale fell flat for me. That's the way it is. So, not, bah humbug, but...
yeah, exactly right.
You mentioned it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot.
You referenced something in the last podcast about being turned off of Doctor Who with the way the last episode went. Was that? I mean, because I have to admit I've been guilty of kind of jumping the gun a little bit and going, I'm just kind of like Doctor Who'd out and.
Oh no! But for me to say it, it was pretty big.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel you on that. I understand that. I'm the same way. But I kind of took a break from it and kind of came back. Gave it a couple of weeks and.
I'm tired of them taking years to do these storylines, and they just solve it in like one sentence, and they rush out the answer.
So, I
Like, I'm
mean,
tired of it.
would you like to see like a return, maybe a change in format to where they're doing fewer episodes, but they're longer episodes? Maybe instead of like 13, we got like 7 or 8, and they're just longer, if possible.
See, everybody's like, oh, they're doing it, they're filming it, they're nice pace, they're finishing fast, and now I know why. Because the last thing was crap, so they rushed it out, the finale. So you know what? I don't really. You know what? I don't see Doctor Who for 11 months then, because I don't want to have a finale like that ever again, and I want the stories to be better. I mean, having the stories detached like that and stand alone, I hate that. Like, I would rather have some type of story like connected, like Key to Time or something, connecting stories together, or, you know, Trends of War or something, connecting the possible astronaut to Dr. Giant, some type of storyline connecting all the episodes.
I gotta tell you right now, and I'm gonna call it, I think that, and I'm not trying to be cynical, and I love the show, but I think that the novelty is going to be wearing off, where they're going to be forced to do something gimmicky, like having a female doctor, like something out of desperation to really shake up the whole format of the series.
I'm done with that. I don't want to see that either.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see that, but
they forced it on us. They forced it on us. He's doing it, and I just
what my brother thought was with the master being a female, like regenerating into a female and being Missy now, he thinks that was foreshadowing the doctor will be in a woman.
It will, because Clara even said it. You'll be the king of Gallifrey or queen. If you're
yeah. And he goes, "Oh yes, queen."
Yeah, like he's okay with it.
Yeah. I guess we'll see what the fan base has to say about that if they ever go down that road.
What if that was his next regeneration after Capaldi?
Then I'll be taking a long vacation.
Well, I mean, Brian's a younger fan of the series. I mean, I'd like to ask him, what do you think about a female doctor at this point? Would you be, like, open to that, or do you think it's kind of like a little gimmicky? You think it'd be a little forced upon the fan base?
I wouldn't be a big fan of that. I mean, I'm not. I just don't. I don't see that for the Doctor. I mean, it's okay with the. It's okay. I could see the Master, but the key main role of Doctor Who, I just don't see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That just seems like a very drastic sort of change for that character, because like there's certain things to me that carry the series through, like the TARDIS. It just seems like it'd be a very drastic sort of change to make for the series to have a woman. I mean, for like a season or even several seasons.
Yeah. But who knows?
Who knows? Right?
I don't know. Maybe we'll get a different perspective. Let me see.
Oh, boy.
Somebody's going to have to get me out of this foul mood with Doctor Who, because it's like Scrooged right now, like Scrooge. I'm really unhappy with the series.
So let's be honest. Capaldi, has he been a disappointment, or is it the writing? What is it?
I like Capaldi. I think he's got that glow. He's cool.
Yeah,
I just don't like the writing.
to me, I think Capaldi's reached Tom Baker's standards.
I wasn't crazy with Deep Breath, as you know. I mean, I gave it a cool rating, but to have an opening regeneration like that, wasn't crazy with the Clockwork Droids being brought back for that purpose, in that way.
And they never mentioned them again within the finale.
Into the Dalek was an interesting story. I liked that. Robin Hood was one of my favorites. It was nice and comedy and fun.
Frolicsome.
Listen, I really loved.
Yeah.
But I started to see, again, with the Clara thing.
I think Listen and Flatline were probably the two strongest of
I
the
like
season.
Flatline, I like Kill the Moon.
Yeah, that too.
The Mummy one.
Mummy
The Caretaker was, I like the Caretaker, because it was Danny Pink. I like that was cool. Time Heist, I hated Time Heist.
You know, it's very telling when you care more about Danny Pink within like one season than you do Clara at this point over several.
I'm a big fan of Clara, but I can't get a handle why he's writing her this way. Like, I don't trust her now. Like, how could he trust her in TARDIS? She would have to be pregnant in order for me to accept it. And she lies constantly now. I don't like the too much lying business either.
I think at this point her character's kind of gone through like the whole gambit with things where it's time to just bring somebody else new on. I'm all for having another, like a male companion, like Jamie, with Capaldi's doctor at this point.
I don't know about that. I'm for... But another thing, too, he may leave anyway. He may leave after 9.
Yeah, I could see Capaldi doing 2 years at best.
Story's got to be better. They got to be more connected.
Do you think Capaldi's disappointed on some level?
Absolutely.
With after doing a year of this, putting in his time?
Absolutely.
You think he's sitting there thinking this wasn't what I signed on for?
Absolutely.
I
could be wrong, but absolutely.
I kind of get that feeling a little bit.
I think so. I don't think he wants Jenna Louise Coleman to go either. Because they're pretty cool together. When they're not making her controlling. We'll have to wait and see.
I don't know. I've got a bad feeling that Capaldi's going to be kind of like with the Colin Baker situation, where like there's a lot of promise there, and the writing or something was a letdown, and he's going to become like the great could have been Doctor.
Moffat is copying off of the New Who stories constantly. The line that Wilfred had said to the Doctor, did the Master bring back the dead too? Like, did he change it? And it's like all of a sudden there's like one sentence, one line, and he's probably watching it. Hey, I could do an episode on this. I can make the Cybermen take over the dead and do that. It's like I'm telling you, there's certain things I'm noticing. I'm watching like Matt Smith, and I'm today we were watching Closing Time, and the other day we were watching River Waited, and I'm watching. I'm like, there's elements from each episode he's taking and expanding on it. Expanding on it.
So you think Moffat's already got one foot out the door? He's just kind of
I think he's hanging onto the cliff.
Throwing things against the wall.
I think he's hanging on the cliff and he doesn't want to go.
Hmm.
I think he's running out of ideas. That whole thing with Listen, that was from cross between Utopia and Midnight.
Maybe he's like one of those employees that's like been at the job too long, and they just can't, that they need to go, and they can't go,
I think
and
what's
they
worse is he's involving himself in the scripts a lot more, and he's ruining them all. He, I think the disappointment is that I don't feel that he's a closer. He builds up
his
a story, and then he chokes.
so his strengths are on the presentation rather than the actual, like you say, the closing. Like he's not a
He
good closer.
chokes
He's a good presenter.
because you could always see he had an idea for something, and then he changes it midstream. Like Amy Pond romance with the 11th, and then all of a sudden he pulled that away and threw Rory in our face. Even though she was going to marry Rory, they look like the chemistry, like the 11 and Amy were going to get close, and then that got out of the picture. Then you think you know how it's going in one season, and they change it towards the end, just like now. You had Missy abducting all these people. The end result probably completely changed from what his idea was. Because where is the clockwork droid? Where are all these people that she took? They weren't even used. Why weren't they used if they were put in a story? Where's the clockwork droid guy? Where is the woman from Into the Dalek? The guy from Caretaker? Where are these people? It's like he changes his idea towards the end and it ruins everything. Like he mentioned the silence, the silence, the silence. And then he showed the silence. And then he changed it again. We made it like their priest. He ruined the whole thing. With the pulp and milk, all that stuff. He like ruined it. And he explained it away in a sentence. And you waited for years for him to solve this. And he doesn't. The person that gives the number to Clara is missing. That's bullcrap. What would be the purpose behind that? What she said, that doesn't make any sense. He met her before that. He would have found her whatever, given the number anyway. He was searching for her. And that was a storyline taken from Donna Noble, where Dalek Khan pushed Donna Noble and the Doctor together. Something is binding us together, the 10th Doctor said to Donna. Something's binding us together. Yeah, Dalek Khan's intervention was keeping Donna and the Doctor together. So he stole from that storyline. And then you have Clara and the Doctor. He stole from a storyline from Rusty Davis. Like he's stealing stuff from you could see it. We could do a whole 10-part podcast on it. You took the test elector where they were shrunk down into the robot, and you said, hey, let's do this with a Dalek.
Well, maybe we need to start seeing them pull back from these convoluted story arcs and start doing like classic Who, and maybe having somebody like Gatiss come in and adding some like real humanity into the like real writing, not these heady concepts, but the humanity of the characters, and putting some real care into what's going on with these characters, and not like seeming like they're just kind of glossing over it and rushing us through the room to the next episode.
You create a character like Osgood, and then you kill her off. Was that the purpose of creating her? Like, that's just crap. He didn't have to prove that the Master was evil. Where does he have to do that?
Yeah, what the hell? They killed off Osgood.
Damn you.
Whatever.
I thought they were gonna kill off Kate Stewart as well when she fell out of the plane.
They made Simon stupid.
But
Well, there you.
but I'm just glad that Kate is still alive.
Oh, I
I
like
don't,
Kate Stewart a lot more.
but I don't like that Brigadier's the Cyberman now. But I'm just glad that Kate's alive though.
I'm not happy about that. I don't know. It was so morbid. Danny Pink dies, and then they used the same bed that Rose Tyler slept in Doomsday. That was nice. They took that from the storage.
Wait, what did they do?
Remember? That's the same bed that Rose Tyler was sleeping in the alternate reality. And she's waking up hearing the doctor whisper, but now instead of it's the doctor, it's Danny Pink, and instead of Rose, it's Clara. It's like he's taking stuff from episodes. You know that. Just do something original. It's terrible. He's just stealing bits and pieces from every episode. He is.
I think the best.
Do you know how many times he used that joke? What are you doing with that sonic screwdriver building a cabinet? Rivers said that to him. The War Doctor said that to him. How many people said that to him? Like, you use the same line. He repeats lines like Rivers says the same lines the Doctor says. You could see from year to year.
The best season was 5 with Moffat.
And you know what? You know what? In Day of the Moon, Amy's like, I don't know where I am. Amy Pond. And he's watching and he's like, you know what? That's cool. I'll do something like that for Bells of St. John. I don't know where I am. Get like lost somewhere. Like he takes stuff from each episode.
I think the best season of Moffat that he did was season 5.
Moffat's better when he gets that boss to answer to. Where Russell T Davies was watching his scripts and polishing it over himself. That's why you got to go on the fireplace, blink, all this cool stuff. Sounds of a library. And Forrest and Ted's perfect.
I'd like to see some new blood come in. Somebody who at least will give the writers, like, let them off their reins and their shackles and let them do their thing. Writing. Somebody that's got some. The word humanity comes to mind when I think of like Mark Gatiss's scripts, and I think that he would work well with someone who has like the conceptual type ideas that Moffat would have, but Gatiss's humanity, and like pull back from these like story arcs and let's get like some classic Who type stuff going on. Because I mean, Capaldi, I'm going to tell you, Capaldi is not being utilized to his fullest. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. And you can see that it's so like glaringly apparent that this is going on. Because I mean, like when I watch Capaldi on screen, Capaldi's great, but he's got so much potential, and it's like they're holding back. It's kind of like when I was watching Colin Baker, because you know that he had the potential to be a great doctor, one of the best, and he just was like not. They weren't letting him off his reins.
Why do they have to make it like he's senile, or he's old, or he's stupid? He can't tell Orson Pink from Danny Pink. It's like, why are you making him like he's old and dumb and stupid?
Yeah, I mean,
he's constantly referencing his age, and it's like, you know, Pertwee was a badass. John Pertwee, the Third Doctor, he wasn't calling himself an old man or referencing his age or whatever. I mean, he was a man of action. You know, he was the doctor.
Doctor too.
He owned being the doctor without having to like.
I mean, he didn't recognize that. I mean, with
Orson Pink
like with
Clarence.
Like with forgetting stuff, he didn't even recognize or know who collects
Madame Pompadour.
dead corpse and make them into like everything in part one of Dark Water. He was saying that this seems familiar and everything, so
Mug.
I thought he was doing that in Deep Breath because he was still regenerating. Like with the Madame Pompadour scene, I thought he was still in the process of his regeneration. But
Alright, gang. It's time to go. We'll do more of these during the week.
Nothing like ending on a upbeat sort of vibe here, huh, fellas?
Not looking forward to the Christmas special. Hopefully that can change.
well, at least now I could go back watching classic episodes.
I watched it already today. I watched Closing Time today. I was like, well, not classic episodes. I mean, Matt Smith's episodes. All right, that's it, guys. Take care. Bye for now. Good night.